I don't know what the hell y'all can see, what you can't. Have y'all ever considered this, though? If you really think about it, there's only a few restaurants. I mean, you know, bad orders can come from any restaurant, right? Or store. But there's a few that are freaking notorious. Like the Dollar General. I mean, the reason it's called the Dollar General is because they generally don't have the shit we're looking for. And the customer ain't going to answer the phone. They're not going to, you know, answer the text. And if you do text them and send them a picture, they won't answer it. Then when you get in your driveway, they'll, yeah, give me 2 of those. Yeah. So it's a nightmare. And another problem with, you know, some of these stores is, and I know this ain't going to be a popular opinion, but some of them take a certain kind of card, which is fine. You know, if people, you know, I understand that if some people need it, and that's perfectly fine. But the problem of it is you can't expect a perfect stranger to go out and lose money delivering to people. You know, if I made a short, like I got a Dollar General offer a second ago. It was 18 items for $6, going like 3 or 4 miles. And why would anybody do that? Why would anybody drive to the dollar store, go in there and pick up all that shit, then drive it to them when you could just hit decline and, you know, make more money just to walk into a store and pick up a bag and leave? It makes no sense. I got one a second ago. It was $17, but it's 58 items going. I took a picture of that motherfucker. Here, I'll tell you. I'll take a picture of both of them. I got both of those. Call me out and I'll prove it. Let's see here. So I'm not lying to you. Yeah. 7 miles. Look at that. Look at that shit. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see it or not. Terrible. Terrible. But then you got like, if I did a short about that, hell, I'll do it to friggin' prove it. There'll be people that comment on it saying stuff like, you know, like, of course you're gonna have the usual, if you don't like it, get another job, or why are you on YouTube bitching about that? Well, why are you on YouTube commenting on me bitching about that, you son of a bitch? But anyway, point about that is damn, that's bright. You don't get no visor, my bad. We'll be turning the curve here, man. Just kind of close your eyes, and I'll tell you when you can open them. But point of that is, there'll be people saying stuff like, well, they might not have a car, they might not have this, they might be older, and that's all true. And if there was like an option, you could say, hey, I'll take 1 or 2 of those a week. I'd do it, you know, to help people out. But you can't do that shit all day. I mean, we're not family, we're not friends. Same kind of argument about the, you know, like, support your local businesses. And I agree. Y'all can open your eyes again. Well, yeah, now do it. I'm sorry, I was like a second too soon. But I agree, yeah, you should support local businesses, but when it comes to like DoorDash or any gig app, think about it, they don't support us. I mean, there's one place that just opened, you know, recently here, and yeah, they can't like set like, oh, you gotta tip a minimal amount, but they can set their radius. These people deliver 30 miles from the damn restaurant. I've got some of the most terrible offers I've ever received from this place, and I've really never put them on a short. I mean, I never have. And reason being is, you know, because it is a local place. And I was like, I don't want to, you know, put that out there and people see it, maybe, you know, because it's not a chain, you know, kind of place. But the point of that is, people will say like, oh, I'll take cheaper offers from them places because it's supporting local businesses. Well, they don't care about us. I mean, to prove my point, take one of those offers going like 27 miles for $7.75. Then, you know, out in the middle of nowhere, where this place is at, it's on the edge of a zone. It does go into another zone, but you know, there is nothing out there. It ain't like, oh, I might get something going back that way. You're guaranteed you can't get something. There's nothing there. There's nothing out there. So what happens is you're deadheading. So you're taking an offer, you know, damn near 40, 50 miles for $7.75. Now, to prove my point, there's some deer over there. I don't know if y'all can see them. There's 2. Anyway, next time you take one of those offers, and you know, because you know people say support your local business, call that local business, say, shit, my tire went flat, can you help me out? They're going to say, well, what the hell are you talking about? And yeah, rightfully so, you know, they shouldn't. But that's my point. We shouldn't, just because they're a local business. If they don't care about us, you know, I mean, you can't care about them. And if you're going to shop and do stuff, that's one thing, you know, like supporting them that way. But you can't lose money, you know, helping a stranger make money when that stranger don't give 2 shits about you. And it's a fact. They could, you know, take that radius to, like, say, 5 miles or even 10 miles. If they did 10 miles, you know, you would still get some. I think I maybe took 2 offers from there, 2. It's, I mean, terrible offers, terrible. But if you say that on a short, you will get the people who say like, oh, that's a local business, I'll deliver, I'll take a few bad ones to help them out. And, that's good if you want to do it, but just know they ain't going to do that shit for you. I mean, everybody likes to say, like, it's the same thing about the dollar store. Like I was talking about the people who use a certain card. That's the same thing about that. You'll have people on shorts saying stuff like, oh, well, they don't have a car, they may be elderly, but if you tell them like, well, you go deliver it then, they'll say, that's not my job. Well, it's not our job either. I mean, DoorDash and all the gig apps are the first to tell you we don't work for them. We get an offer, it hits our phone. If it's profitable, we hit accept. If it's not, we hit decline. Then we wait for one that is. So why should we take offers that it's either going to lose us money or not make no money, or lose out on better offers? Why should we do that? I mean, it's not our job either. People, it amazes me, the hypocrisy. I mean, not just on one side, on everything. I mean, people, if you ask them to do something like that, like, hey, deliver to this stranger, and this is going to be it's $4.75 and it's 29 miles, so you're going to drive 60 miles round trip, to a different state. So you're going to actually lose about $3, if you get 30 miles a gallon on your car. They would like, why would I do that? I don't know this person. But if we say that, that's your job. No, it's, and some people, I've had people in my comments tell me like, oh, if you don't start, you can't not take orders, you have to take them. Somebody's going to call DoorDash. What the fuck are you even talking about? Call all you want to. You got some crazy ass people on the internet. Crazy. People telling you that you have to take them. DoorDash makes you. Well, no. That guy I was talking about yesterday, this is sad. The guy I was talking about that, has to rent the account. This was Uber. Remember, this was Uber. That order he took by accident. It was a shopping pay. He didn't have his black card. So I helped him lock you on the sign and everything. But he said he takes every single offer that hits his phone that's, not a shopping pay. Could you imagine? On DoorDash, you have them YouTubers. They like accepting every order on DoorDash. Well, let's see when you man the fuck up and do accepting every Uber on, every Uber offer. I don't even do that. I don't want to see you put yourself through that. But could you imagine that? Hell, you could drive. I mean, this ain't even a lie. You could end up driving 100 miles and making like $12 or something. I mean, you'll get several, $2 or $3, going 20 miles. Just imagine if you took every Uber that hit your phone. Damn. And that dude does it. He takes every offer except for the shopping pay because he don't have a black card. So it's crazy. But like I said, people are hypocrites. If that guy was to come on there and say something about it, they tell him to stop bitching. It's your job. If you don't like it, get another one. Which he should just decline the shit out of everything. But sadly, in his situation, he's having to rent an app kind of from a guy who owns the accounts, who just, gets them fraudulently and rents them out to people. Shit, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, shit, there's a shitload. Do you see them over there? I ain't lying. If you can't see them, I don't know. There's a shitload. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I can turn this camera or not. I can do this, though. See all them damn deer over there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hell, y'all count them. I don't know. There's a shitload of them. Shitload of deer. But anyway, if it wasn't just for a few places in a zone, you could have a halfway decent AR. I mean, Chick-fil-A, you get some good and bad, but, not as many. But like Starbucks, they'll deliver anywhere on the planet. They don't give a shit. I mean, I've delivered like 2 orders there in 5 years and regretted both of them. But I don't see how people, I mean, I guess maybe in some places they're pretty good, but see, that's the problem. Somebody will order something and they'll be like, oh, I only spent a few to get, man, I need half the fucking lane. Jesus Christ, buddy. But anyway, they'll order maybe like 1 coffee or 2 coffees. They'll be like, oh, we only spent, $5 or $7 or whatever. So why would we have to tip? See, it doesn't matter to a Dasher if you go to a sushi place and order $200 in food, or if you order a 20-ounce Mountain Dew. We got to do the same amount of driving, same amount of expenses. It's all the same to us. So, too many people think DoorDash drivers are like waiters or waitresses. I mean, yeah, they work hard, don't get me wrong, but there's no comparison. They supply their shoes. We got to supply them because most of the time, maybe their pants, the shirt's usually there. That's all. And they're walking to a place and walking back. We have to see everything. The only thing we don't supply is the app. Everything but that. Once we accept that offer, every single expense is ours. From the gas, the tires, the insurance, the car, to, you know, anything that happens, you know, flat tire, all that. You know, if a waiter or waitress, if the stove breaks in the back, they don't care. You know, they're still getting paid. They ain't got to fix it. We have to fix that. We can be out of a job. So, I mean, you got to take that in consideration when you're like tipping a dasher, or any gig worker. I mean, grocery, anything. I mean, groceries even, you know, because we got to carry that shit up and down your steps. See, a lot of people, they'll order shit, right? And if they tip well enough, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care to carry shit up the steps if it pays enough, but I ain't going to do that shit for free. Don't live on the 3rd floor if you can't carry shit up there. Or if you can't pay someone to carry it up there, get family or friends like to do that shit. Don't expect a perfect stranger to use their time, their gas, their expenses to do something for you when they don't even know you. Like I said, it'd be different if it was an every now and then thing, or we were doing it like 1 or 2 orders a week for charity. Because there's a nursing home close to me, and nobody does it. But like if one comes in every now and then, I'm going home, I'll take it, because, you know, they can't afford to tip that much. But it's a freaking maze. That place, I mean, hell, you need GPS more inside the place than you getting there. It's hard as hell to find. And every damn nurse station you come to, they'll look at you like you're crazy. And I hate to say, like this, I'm not bitching, but a lot of them don't speak English. So I'm like, hey, do you know where, you know, room whatever is? And they look at me like I'm crazy. Which, I mean, a lot of people do, actually. There's a bird. But anyway, I think that's all I got to bitch about right now. I mean, I'm sure there'll be something later. Probably about 10 or 15 minutes, I'll be back. I'll figure something to bitch about. There's always something to bitch about. Ask my ex-wife. I'm very good at it. Later.